Adriano had everything to become one of the greatest players of all times. He is strong, fast and skillful. His teammates at Inter Milan saw him a mix between Ibrahimovic and Ronaldo. But just as he was reaching his peak, heartbreaking news changed his life forever. In 2004, his father died due to heart problems. He was very close to him. The Inter Milan legend Javier Zanetti, his teammate at this time, said, "He got a phone call from Brazil. Adri, your dad is dead. I saw him in his room. He threw the phone and started screaming. You couldn't imagine that kind of scream. I get goosebumps even to this day." Before a few weeks, the striker had become a national hero. An injury-time equalizer in a Copa America final against Argentina ultimately led to Brazil's victory. It was a standard Adriano screamer, turning to rifle the ball home with a left foot that could either be a magic wand or a rocket launcher. It was the stuff of childhood dreams, shortly before the phone call of childhood nightmares. Adriano was 22 when a heart attack took the life of his father, who'd long suffered from poor health. Fiorentina, Parma and Inter fans all marveled at the strength, pace, skill and heatseeker finishing that saw Adriano nicknamed the Emperor. Zanetti stated, "Even after his father's death, he continued to dazzle in Milan, but his life was secretly destroyed. He kept playing football, scoring goals and pointing to the sky, dedicating them to his father, but after that phone call, nothing was the same." One day, Ivan Cordoba said to him, "Adri, you're a mix of Ronaldo and Ibrahimovic. Are you aware that you could become the best player ever?" Adriano later admitted to R7 magazine, "The death of my father left a huge void in me. I was alone, sad and depressed in Italy, and that's when I started drinking. I did not know how to hide it because I was drunk even at training. I was completely drunk. They took me to the infirmary to sleep and then the club told the press that I had muscular problems." Inter Milan covered for their star by inventing injuries, but nobody could hide the crushing disappointment of the 2006 World Cup. Brazil was one of the strongest candidates to win the title, as it included 3 Ballon d'Or winners, Kaká, Ronaldo and Ronaldinho, in addition to Adriano, who was a strong candidate to win the Ballon d'Or as well. But Adriano was notably chunkier than he'd been at the Copa America 2 years earlier. He scored twice, but he and his teammates failed to spark the magic as Brazil knocked out early in quarter-finals. A year later, he was back in Brazil on unpaid leave as Inter desperately tried to help their homesick and troubled star. It was the beginning of the end. There was a return to Inter, a brief spell at Roma, plus false starts, and fleeting moments of glory, at various Brazilian sides. Clubs were willing to take a risk on such a magnificent talent, but he'd never fulfill even part of his potential. Pictures emerged of him in Rio favelas, clearly overweight. In some he was surrounded by members of a notorious criminal gang. Some people said that he became one of Mafia members recently. Yet despite his drinking and a run-in with the police, those who know him best say Adriano is a shy, withdrawn figure, one who retreated to the favela because this was where he'd grown up and felt most comfortable. He's just turned 38, younger than Ibrahimovic, who's still active in Serie A today. Despite the 4 Serie A titles, the 27 international goals, the Brazilian league titles, Adriano's career actually peaked just as we all thought it was blazing into life. After the Copa America trophy of 2004, he said through tears, "This title belongs to my father. He is my great friend in life, my partner. Without him I'm nothing." Adriano was right. Without his father, he could never find the stability and motivation to complete what should have been one of the all-time great careers. Can you imagine what he would have done without this tragic accident? If you liked this video, share it with your friends and follow us for more great videos.